It's just a little video update on my tiny house on wheels, or tiny cottage as I'm now calling it, because it looks like a rustic cottage inside. I will just go over what I've done and what's not done and what is still to be done, and the status on things right now, and when I figure I'll be actually using the house. So I've got everything here in the entire front of the house was recycled materials. The door, the windows, all for free. The only thing I bought here was the tar paper, which I'm going to be covering with pallet wood, which I have some stacked up here. A whole mess of pallet wood stacked up. And that will be the siding for the house. I really like the looks of the outside. I still have to close in the eaves up front and drill in some breather holes, but I can do that later on. That's not urgent and not a high priority at this time, but that will be done. Let me give you a little walk around here. I've got basement type windows upstairs, which actually worked out better than I had thought. They really open up wide. They flatten right down and allow a lot of airflow in here. I got the tongue of the trailer still there. I'm probably going to put plants on it or something next year and cover it up and make it look nice. Back here I have another free window. I got that for free, and that is lined up directly with the other living room window, so you get a very nice cross breeze, and it really flows. Now over here, the bathroom window I bought new, and that was only, how much was that? That was $49. So that was next to nothing. And that one is pretty much lined up with the, well, there's some stuff, some boards in the way, but you can sort of see that's lined up with the kitchen window over the sink. You can see straight through there in a way. So with the bathroom door open, I'll get a nice cross breeze here. The bumper of the house, I built the house 24 foot long and 10 feet wide with an upstairs, which I'll show you. But the back here, I have about 2.5, 3 feet of space where I'm going to build a battery box for my battery bank. Will be stored out here with, they'll be heavily insulated, and I'll have a pipe coming through blowing heat from in the house into the battery bank and then venting the gases out, because batteries give off gas. And then the rest of this, probably a couple feet up, is going to be a thick insulated box, a storage compartment for one, for the batteries, but also then for outdoor sporting equipment, garden tools, and whatever. So I'll have doors on the side. It's going to be angled like this, and then I'll have opening doors for my outdoor accessible things, and then the battery box here, which I can pull down and reach the batteries and maintain them. But that's a later expansion. For now, the batteries are going to be under the kitchen sink, which I'll show you inside. And there is another upstairs window. Those I bought new at Lowe's. They were really cheap. I forgot the exact price, but so there's two windows upstairs. Now I'll take you inside. A little bit of a mess because it's still a construction zone, but to give you an idea of what I've got here. So for those of you who have seen all of this, then you all have seen everything, but for people who are new, this is an update. Here's the wood stove. This is a super efficient wood stove, and it'll burn for 3 hours on kindling. Just a handful of material I throw in to start the fire. And the stovepipe goes up. That's a professional kit I bought, a through the roof kit with a insulated pipe up on top and a really nice spark arrestor. I've got two more stovepipes which are going to go on. They're going to be cut in half, and I'm going to form a heat shield 1 inch out from here all the way up to the top to protect the wall from the heat. And then I have a piece of cement board that'll go here. I don't want to hide my wall, so I'm going to bring it closer to the stove and put tiles on it so I can still see the wall from the living room area. The living room is 12 feet wide, or long I should say. This is the center, the half line of the house right here actually. That's the halfway part of the house. So there's just about 12 foot by 10 foot wide, well, minus the thickness of the walls, so it's about 9.5 feet wide. And I can sit 5 chairs along the back wall comfortably. Here's some wood that I oiled yesterday with mineral oil. It's sold at Tractor Supply as horse laxative. And it's the same as baby oil and hand moisturizing oil. So it's safe, clean, non-toxic, it has no smell. And it's one of the top wood preservatives. And it's really beautiful. You can see where I didn't finish yet. You can see the colors really jump out where I put on the oil. It's beautiful. So the walls in the living room are done. Actually, the living room is entirely done except for the corner trim and wiping down the walls, which I can do anytime. I just did this because I had some time before church yesterday. But living room is done except for the window frame, which I might do today or tomorrow. I do have the window frame here, totally framed in. I don't think you can really see it because of the daylight outside. That's a piece of oak slab, which I'm going to round and sand off later on. Again, not a top priority. But you can see the homemade framing I did around the window, all the way around. Did it myself using my homemade paneling. This is made out of 2x4s. I'll show you the wood outside that I shaved. But that's made out of 2x4s that I shaved up into thin slices on a table saw, which I got for free. Here's a table and matching chair set that I got for free off Craigslist, which I will be using. They're really nice, actually. And the guy said they were an $800 set, and he had bought a new set, so he gave them away for free. So, I mean, it's in beautiful condition. It's got 2 leaves, and I think that's where it's going to live, right under that window. So when I can have some breakfast and sit here and look out into the meadow. It'll be a pretty scene when I get that all cleaned up. So now I've got the 12-foot long kitchen. I like a big kitchen, and I wanted a big kitchen. I am tired of living in cramped little quarters, and often I have a lot of people cooking meals and preparing stuff together, and I'm going to become self-sufficient next year, so that means a lot of gardening and a lot of garden harvest. There's the sink goes here, and the stovetop goes there, and this is what's holding me up from really using the house right now, because I'm using polyurethane, and I have to wait for a nice day outside to do it because it has to cure and it has to be lower humidity or it takes longer. And also I have to sand in between each coat, so that's taking some time. But when that's done, I'll put in the kitchen sink, which is massive, by the way. It's a double with a built-in water filter, built-in soap dispenser, and built-in sprayer, which I got off Craigslist. And my propane stove, which is a really rich, I think it was a $500 stove I got off Craigslist, goes over there. So I have 3 nice sized countertops. The kitchen walls are completely closed in, and that's how they're going to stay for now until I build the kitchen cabinets, which is not an urgent priority because I have so much space down here. And once I get the countertop done, I'm just going to put a curtain across there for now until I get the doors made. And then later I'll be building the cabinets up here. I'll have that done before the snow falls, but still, right now I just am doing some other urgent, important stuff. This wall will be done soon. I'm waiting until Saturday because John, my friend, is coming over, and we're gonna finish shielding the wood stove, so that'll be usable. The bathroom will be done after the kitchen because that's gonna be a simple, quick job. Now upstairs, I just got a little tiny bit of insulation to put in yet, and then put on the radiant foil, which you can see a little bit of. I have radiant foil, which is a heat barrier inside all of the walls. So basically breathing in this house is going to make it stay warm. And then my beautiful stairway, which I'm still going to put reinforcing blocks in here later. Again, not a top priority yet because there's so much more important stuff. Most of the insulation is done in the bedroom. Just a little bit of filler here and there, and then the radiant foil goes in. And that'll be done very soon as well. Things are moving fast now. The study has to be insulated yet. Here's my rocker I got for free. It's beautiful. And actually, the view upstairs is going to be amazing in all seasons from my upstairs window. I can see the entire meadow, and once I get that cleaned up and get this construction zone out of here, it's going to be really beautiful here. Really beautiful. Oh, there's my bathtub right there, which is going in the bathroom, and the bathroom sink is laying there right there. Really nice bathroom sink that I got. Also, oh, that was from a neighbor of mine, a junk hauler. Yeah, so then I have another place where I spend my time right here in my study, and here's where I spend my mornings, in my antique writing desk. I love this. I got this at a antique shop for $20 a couple months back, and that's what I always wanted to put my antique Bible in, so the cat can't hurt it. And here's where I spend my mornings, reading my antique Bible. It's beautiful. Just beautiful. I love it. Very peaceful. The house is incredibly peaceful. I have such immense peace in this place. And then I left an open view from upstairs so you can see the entire house from either of the rooms. And the this is going to be a rustic beam. It's a supporting beam of the floor. It ties into the walls on both sides, and it's going to be covered with rough looking pallet wood to give a more rustic look. And then the beams going down, or the boards going down, will also be covered in pallet wood. So I have this rustic board, and then on this wall there's also some going down to the floor. I wanted that because of a place we stayed in at Easter time, and I got this vision for a cottage, a rustic cottage like this, with the open loft and the view of the entire house, and the view out the windows upstairs, and the two rooms with the catwalk. And that's going to be a study slash guest room. And right now I'm sitting down in the bedroom, where I'll also have a small desk in case somebody's in my study overnighting. But yeah, there's the house. It's probably I'll have it cleaned up inside and out by next week, and can actually be using the place. That's the goal. The as I said, the kitchen counter is taking me the longest, because when you put down the polyurethane, you can't be doing anything else because the dust will get in it. That's just necessary. Oh, I've got one other thing to show. A lot of cleaning to do once I'm done with that countertop. Created a lot of dust. I have made my own trim in the living room all the way around, and what I've got is LED strip lights. It comes on a roll, and I'm going to run the LED strip lights inside here all the way around, and I will have indirect lighting in here. It's really amazing. Here's the light. I use this as a work light for now. It comes in a roll, and it's 15 feet long. And I paid $1 off eBay with free shipping for each of these. I got 4 lights. They put out about equivalent of a 100-watt light bulb, and they use about 11 watts of power. And I'm just got it strung up here. But I've got enough to do the entire living room all the way across. It's beautiful. I checked it out. Really amazing. And then I've got some high-intensity LED spotlights, which I'll be putting up for reading lamps, pointing down. I'll have 2 on each side. Sort of reminds me of an airplane or a bus, how that'll work. And in the kitchen I'll have spotlights pointing down, probably from up behind, and then pointing down and inwards, and some indirect lighting along the perimeter for effect. And I've got some homemade chandeliers I'm going to make, also with LEDs. It'll be hanging off the ceiling, and probably one on each side in the living room. So it's going to be really amazing. Now, that's pretty much it indoors. It looks really rough, but this will all be done pretty quick. It's not taking too much time now. I'm making my own paneling using my table saw, and this is what the wood looks like before I open it up. It's black, and you would never know it would be so beautiful inside when you cut it. And that's out of this pile of wood I got for free this summer. It's a dwindling pile of wood. This was a massive heap of wood that I got for free. You can see some of this is rotting, decaying, and but some of it is good. So I just cut out the good stuff, run it across my table saw, shave it open. As you can see, I'm sorting here as I go. I shave it open and the good stuff, and I've got these beautiful strips of paneling for my house. It's incredible. So that's it. The update on the tiny house, the tiny cottage, which isn't so tiny. And it's going to be absolutely warm and cozy this winter. It's going to be a nice place to live.